All right, well, thank you very much. We are in the First Coast News Kitchen with Chef Esteban of El Cubano Jax, who's graciously spent some time with us this morning, waking up. And we're talking, it's the start of the new year. A lot of people have New Year's resolutions about eating healthier, maybe losing weight. And you have some tips on healthy eating for us. Describe some of those for us.
Correct, Rich. So pretty much what I wanted to bring into perspective today is more or less something we've all heard of, meal prepping.
Okay.
Meal prepping is super simple, super fun, and it's going to be really awesome once you realize it's going to save you money, you're going to eat better, and you're going to make healthier choices.
Right there. What more do you need?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today what we're going to do is very simple. We got a cilantro lime rice. We also got some steamed broccoli. We got here some salmon.
Alrighty.
That we're going to marinate and throw straight onto the pan.
Perfect.
So we'll go with this Brass Cuisine seasoning that's really good. Check them out.
Okay.
Just season the salmon right on top.
Now, salmon you could buy at any grocery store as well. It seems like a simple. Now, do you prefer the fresh, frozen? Does it matter to you in meal prep?
It does matter. Fresh is always better.
Okay.
You know, understandable. It can get expensive. Mm-hmm. But I mean, pretty much it's up to the consumer. If you're okay with having, you know, frozen salmon thawed out correctly, and you know, it's going to be just as good. Especially if you're going to be meal prepping. You know, a lot of this stuff we're just cooking about halfway, and then the day of that you're going to throw it in the microwave or so. You're at the office, you're in a pinch, it's lunchtime, you got an hour, 30 minutes, etc. Throw it right in the microwave, couple minutes, come out, you're ready to eat.
I'm glad you have these tips because so oftentimes I feel that it's when we're rushed, you go last second like, okay, whatever, I don't have time for this, let's just go to McDonald's, whatever. Whereas if you're saying if we budget our time properly in advance, we got healthier food, you keep those resolutions to eat healthier, and we save a little bit of money as well.
That's what it's all about, Rich, for sure. So you're going to not only save money, you're going to eat better. You're knowing what you're taking in. Mm-hmm. You know what your intake is, and compared to just being like, what's for lunch today, guys?
Right.
You want to go grab something from the shop down the street. Now you know, hey guys, don't worry about it. You guys go on. I got some salmon and some stuff to warm up for the week.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people think they're scared to meal prep. It's a scary thing to think, man, I'm gonna eat the same thing every day for the next 5 days. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. You know, you can get something really good that you enjoy, something that you know you can eat once a day. You know, we're not replacing all 3 meals with it. Mm-hmm. You know, let's just say lunchtime. Lunchtime, a lot of people are going to the office, a lot of people are going into, you know, into work and not knowing exactly what they're gonna have for lunch. They figure that out once lunchtime comes around. So this is what I wanted to bring up, especially with New Year's. A lot of people want to eat better. They want to, you know, they want to spend less money on food. Sure. You know, and this is just a great way to just an introduction of doing that.
So this salmon, what are we operating here on the stove?
So
high heat?
Nice hot pan.
Okay.
Just a little bit of oil in there. Like I said, the longer you can marinate, the better. Okay. Of course.
So this is just speedy up for us here on TV. We do TV magic here. Oh yeah.
So right here I have a garlic honey salmon. It's one of my favorite recipes. It's going to be honey, garlic, salt, pepper. Like I said, our Brass Cuisine seasoning that's really good. You know, you throw it in the bag, you let it sit in there. The longer, the better. Okay. Like I said, we are speeding it up.
TV specific timeline. Okay.
But a hot pan, go right into there just like that.
Oh yeah, hear that sizzle. This is going to be good. About how long are we cooking on this? Because I know that we're incorporating the oven today as well.
Correct. So with my salmon, I like to get a nice hard sear on there, get some color, flip it, maybe do about a minute on each side. Okay. Salmon, in my preference, I think it's best served medium rare. Okay. Of course, that's up to your to your preference, the way you want to go. I'm gonna just go top and bottom, and then throw it right into the oven at 350 just to get it up to, you know, a proper temperature. When it's coming down to meal prep, keep in mind that some of these meals you might not eat until a couple days ahead. So you don't have to cook it all the way. Just know that when you reheat the food, make sure you're heating it up properly and that you have pretty much the right temperature so you can consume it once, you know, you're ready to eat your lunch.
Very cool. And then something we have also, you had rice and a vegetable as well, is
So
something that we can make
I made
in advance.
cilantro lime rice.
Okay.
That's going to be, super simple. You can make a big pot of it. This is 6 cups of rice. And this is going to be more than enough to go into these containers that I purchased at, at your local grocery store, your local store. I got 8 of these containers for about $10. You don't really only need 5.
Sure.
But you get a couple extra, and you get to portion everything into that, knowing what you're going to go into the week.
You've had about a minute. You want me to flip the salmon, or okay? Now I'm not stepping on your toes. You're the expert.
You're fine.
I'm just the hairdo who's asking you on TV what we're doing.
There you go.
Oh, this is looking good.
What am I even doing here?
All right.
Got this under control.
Well, you did it. I just turned it over. Now we'll put these segments online as well, so people at home will be able to watch back and see what you're doing. Keep these recipes as well.
So the cilantro lime rice we got, it's very, very good, very simple. You can make it ahead of time, let it cool down, portion it into your pan.
Okay.
Today I went with a little bit of steamed broccoli. We all like a little broccoli.
Sure.
Very simple. You steam it.
Pairs well with salmon as well.
Always does.
Sure.
Little salt and pepper, some garlic. If you like Parmesan or something like that on the top, you can do that as well. What we'll be doing from pan to oven.
Okay.
Go straight back in to this pan here. And like I said, we're just gonna get some nice color and sear on it. This fish is not cooked all the way. We're just gonna go ahead and turn around, finish it off in the oven.
And then through the power of TV, we've already been working.
There you go. So
all right.
That's the hardest part of what we are doing, is pretty much getting it all together. Once
How about a fork? Let's officially taste test this going in here. So it's really just the legwork of getting it all done in advance.
Correct. Correct. And you can take your time. Let's say it's Sunday. You kept checking out some football, get dinner
Oh my
going.
goodness. Oh, no, you keep talking. I'll just be I've got to say, this is fantastic. And
Like I
again,
said,
so you're watching football. It can become a family activity as well.
Exactly.
Going forward.
Make it fun. You get to cook. For me, that's a super bonus. You get to cook. You get to know what you're having. You get to season it the way you want it. You get to marinate it the way you want it. Back to these containers. For $10, I got these 8 containers. They're reusable. They're microwave safe. They don't take up too much room. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't have cooler space and I don't have a refrigerator space. So keep that in mind. You will be storing these in a refrigerator until the day comes that you take one to work every day. Let's say you want to portion everything so you know what you're eating. So we're going to go with 1 cup of, this is our jasmine rice, but I did a cilantro lime jasmine rice. So you're doing 1 cup.
So you can portion control as well as you go along.
Exactly.
And eat healthy. Well, we will keep all this information on our website so you can revert back and look to see what all we did. But Chef Esteban, thank you so much for waking up early with us and sharing some tips on healthy eating right after the new year.
Thank you, Richard.
We're back right after this.